Hi there. This is a short walkthrough that covers most of Grader 3. I'm going to start at step 2 and I'm going to select ranges A4 to A10, and then I need to select a second range. So on a PC I would hold down the Control key, on a Mac I would hold down the Command key. Then I can select this second range, F4 to G10. And it's important to select the ranges in that order, not the other way around. Then I go to Insert, Recommended Charts, and select this clustered column chart. Then I'm to move the chart so that the upper left corner is in the middle of cell A13. So I try to position it so that it is centered both vertically and horizontally. So the upper left corner is in the middle of that cell. I'm going to skip step 4 and move on to step 5. One thing you'll notice, I'm recording this video on a Mac, not a PC, and so the buttons that appear toward the right of the chart don't appear on the Mac. So I'm going to give you techniques that work on both the Mac and the PC. So, step 5 says add a primary value axis title, vertical, and type number of downloads. So this menu under Chart Design, Add Chart Element, this is going to be a really helpful menu. It's going to contain most of the items you need. So I need an axis title, primary vertical, and then I get this new field to the left of the chart. I put in my new title, number of downloads, and I'm good to go. The second part of it adds in a secondary value axis title. Again, I go to this menu, axis titles, secondary vertical, and I'd be all good to go. Also, I need to remove the legend. Again, go to this menu. So I'm just trying to reinforce that this is the menu that has all the good stuff. Steps 7 through 10 are doable, so I'm not going to go through those. I'm going to go to step 11. Select range A4 to E10. So A4 to E10, and create a stacked bar chart. So again, under Insert, under Recommended Charts, looks like it's the second one in the list. So here's my stacked bar chart. And if I right-click on it, I can move this chart to a new sheet and call it bar chart. I'm going to skip step 12. It's just adding a title above the chart. And I'm going to go to step 13. Apply 11-point font size for the category axis. Okay, that would be this axis. And I could just go to the probably the Format tab or the Home tab. And I could set that to 11 points. I also need to do that for the value axis. Change that to 11 point, and the legend. So I click on each of those and change it to 11. Step 14, use the axis options to display the value axis in units of thousands. Okay, the value axis is this one with the numbers. So if I right click on that, I can bring up Format Axis, and I get this window. So I want to display the units in thousands. Set the major units to 500. So up here under major, I change it from 1000 to 500. And then the last one I have to kind of dig for. It says the number format with 1 decimal place for the bar chart. So down here under number, then if I scroll down, I change the category to number and change it to 1 decimal place, and I should get this result, 0.0, 0.5, 1.0, etc. Step 15 is really critical. If you don't get step 15 wrong, it not only marks you wrong on that step, but it marks you wrong on some other steps because they are dependent on it. So switch to the category axis. So I need to click on these categories that start with other genres, sci-fi, etc. And then I need to change that to reverse order. That puts these numbers up at the top, changes the order of these bars, etc. So that step is really, really critical. Then it says change colors of the entire bar chart to monochrome palette 12. Okay, go back to chart design, change the colors. Scroll down here, I believe the blue one is monochrome palette 12. And step 17 is a little trickier than you might think. It says apply the default gradient fill for the plot area. So not the entire chart, just this area that has the bars in it. That's the region that needs to have the gradient fill. So I'm going to go to Format. I'm going to go to Shape, Fill. Actually, here's another way to do it. If I right-click on the plot area and Format Plot Area, I can just turn on Gradient Fill. That's a really handy way to do that one. And that's about it. 18, 19, and 20 are straightforward, so I'll leave that up to you. Bye for now.